Hello, I am Jojo Matthews from ALS, and the Civil Service 2019 exam process has just begun. The notification has just been there for the last couple of days, and we have almost 1 month time for the filling of the forms, but one should not wait for the whole 1 month to fill up the form. We should do as early as possible so that that process should be over. And civil service exam is a long and winding process. It has just started with the notification. Preliminary exam is in the month of June 2019, of course, and the results will be there after around 50 days. So by early August, end of July, the preliminary exam results will be there. Then September, on September 20th this year, the main exam will be there, and it will be almost 10 days program, less than 10 days rather. And the results of the main exam will be published in the end of December 2019, and the interview program will start from February 2020. The results, the final results will be out by May 2020. So it's a long process. We have just started, so more than 1 year time is there. We need a lot of patience, and the perseverance and hard work is tested during this time. And we have no doubt only the brave can succeed in this kind of a grilling process. So the first step is the filling of the form. The last day for filling the form is 18th of March 2019, and we have to fill the form online. The vacancies for this year is 896, out of which we have some seats vacant. 39 vacancies are reserved for the physically challenged people, and the specifications are clearly given in the notification. So, minusing those 39, there are 857 seats for the general public, and out of which there are seats for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBCs, and now the economically weaker section, and that is how the divisions are there. One should not be worried about the number of seats, because you need only one seat, and that to get the choices of the service which you need. So we should not be unduly worried about how many seats are there, how many vacancies are there, who all are competing. These things are immaterial as long as you are focusing on yourself and your abilities and your preparation. So to start with, yes, we have so many vacancies, 896, which is good enough, not a bad number. So let us fight for that one seat which you require to be an IAS in this country. Out of this, 180 seats are reserved for, or normally for IAS, and 150 seats for IPS, and around 40 seats for IFS. This is how the number of seats are divided among the top services. Then we have another 21 more services, including IRS, IT, etc., which is not notified. That exact numbers will be notified only subsequently. But by and large, these top 3 services, this is the number which we have. As far as the number of attempts are concerned, there is no change in the number of attempts this year. For the general category, there are 6 attempts. For OBC, there are 9 attempts. And for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, there are unlimited attempts till the age of 37. And as far as the age limit is concerned, for general category, it is 32 years. For OBC, it is 35 years. And for scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, it is 37 years. So there is no limit. And up to 32 years, there are 6 attempts for general category, OBC up to 9 attempts, and scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. And from the age 21 to 37 are the time for your attempt. And the age, as far as the age is concerned, one should remember that age is calculated as of 1st of August 2019. You should not be 32 years when it comes to general category, and you should not be 35 years if you are OBC, and you should not be scheduled caste or scheduled tribe if you are it should not be 37 years as on 1st of August 2019. Similarly, as far as the minimum age is concerned, you should be 21 as on 1st of August 2019. So you can always calculate the number of years and find out whether you are eligible as far as the age is concerned. As far as the economically weaker section of the general category is concerned, where the government has come out with a new reservation policy, the 10% reservation, till now there is no clarification and there is no clarity regarding how exactly they will go about. They have just mentioned that around 89 seats will be reserved for the economically weaker section, that 10%, but the government has already said that this 89 seats will not affect the overall number of seats. They have increased the number of seats to accommodate this 89. That is what it is indirect. It is mentioned by the government earlier, so we have to believe in that. Even the UPSC notification is not very clear how exactly they will be looking into this. So that is something which is beyond our hands right now. You fill the form and whatever criteria decided by the UPSC will come in future, we will have to fulfill, and then accordingly those number of seats will be reserved for the economically weaker section or economically weak category among the general category. So we don't know how exactly what will be the procedure and the process. So these things are yet to be decided by the government. So no mention about this, and there is no relaxation, no age relaxation for the economically weaker section right now. Maybe in future, maybe in the next attempt onwards it may be there. Right now these things are not at all clear, and what will be the constitutional validity of such a move, that is also not very clear right now. So right now the UPSC has simply mentioned that there will be provision for it by the time the final results are out. So in the preliminary stage there is no clarity, and we have no notification regarding either age relaxation or the number of attempts. So the number of attempts are same, the age limit is also same, that is right now 32 years. While filling the form, a couple of points I would like to remind you. One is regarding your number of attempts. If you have already taken attempts earlier, so your number of attempts are counted if you have gone to the exam hall and taken at least one paper. If you have taken paper 1 or paper 2, at least one paper if you have attempted, and if you have signed the attendance sheet, then your attempt is counted. If you have only filled the form and if you have not gone to the exam hall, then your attempts are not counted as of today. So you have to only count on those attempts where you have gone to the exam hall and signed the attendance sheet at least in one paper, then your attempt is counted. While filling your form regarding married or unmarried, if you are married right now, especially for girls, this could be a question, and your name, what you fill, the name which you fill should be your name in your certificate, in your 10th class and the graduation certificate, in which whatever name is there, exactly the name should be there. If you have already changed your name based on Gazette publication and all, then only you should be thinking about writing the new name. Otherwise, you should continue with your name in your 10th and your graduation certificate. But in your column, where it is asked whether you are married or unmarried, you please mention, if you are married, you please mention you are married. That is not a problem, but don't change your name just like that unless it is published in a gazette, and officially change your name through the procedure which is available for changing your name. So otherwise you should continue with your name in your graduation certificate. While filling the form, there is a column for filling the optional subject for your main exam. You have to be very clear about this. We are not supposed to change the optional subject which you write right now. So please make sure that you have good clarity regarding what will be your optional subject if you clear preliminary exam in this attempt. You can always choose a new optional subject compared to what you might have filled in the previous attempts. That is fine. But right now, in this attempt, what will be your optional subject should be very clear, and you should be writing the same only. You should not be writing something right now without proper thinking and then try to change it later on. It will be a difficult task. Unnecessarily, UPSC will not be entertaining such demands and requests. So you should not be wasting time also for such things. Similarly, the center in which you want to write the main exam, an option is asked. So please write it with proper thinking, and you should know whether you will be present there, and wherever you will be comfortable, wherever you can get the good support facilities, your stay, your food, everything should matter. So accordingly, you choose a place where you can write the main exam. The exam center will not make any difference. Some people even believe that kind of things. These are all superstitions. You should not get into such superstitions. You write anywhere. If the answer paper has good answers, you will get good marks. If you are not writing good answer, and if you think that if you write from X place or Y place, you will get through, these are all nonsense. You should not get into such trap. So whether it is preliminary exam center or main exam center doesn't make much difference. Your comfort, your facilities, your support, these things will definitely matter. So please make sure that you are filling the right place where you are comfortable. And generally, I prefer you to write your exam where you are staying right now. There should not be any shifting of place in between the exam and now onwards. And even if you have to shift from one place to another, it will take 3-4 days unnecessarily. You will be losing precious time for studies. So be extremely careful regarding the center. Don't shift from one place to another. Where you are right now, where you are comfortable, continue with that so that we can study and prepare without losing even a single day. Be extremely careful while preparing, while filling the form. But in case, by accident or inadvertently, if you make a mistake, no problem. We can always fill another form. The UPSC has very clearly mentioned in the notification that the last form which you fill, or last time when you filled, that will be the UPSC will take that form as the final one. But every time, if you have to pay the fee, that 100 rupees which you have to pay, if you are supposed to pay that fee, every time you will have to pay the fee separately. The previous amount which you paid will not be counted for the new application form. That is also mentioned clearly. So, if you please try not to make mistake. Be careful while filling the form. But after filling the form, if you find a mistake, even if there is an error, even if an error by one word or one letter or anything, even a minute error, please correct it. But by filling a new form. So, please be careful. Avoid making mistakes. But if at all you made a mistake, nothing to worry. We can fill a new form by paying a new fee, and a new ID will come, registration ID will come. That is perfectly fine, and your latest will be counted, so that even if you made a mistake in the previous filling, it can be rectified by filling a new form. A new RID will come, a registration ID will come, and the latest RID will be counted by the UPSC. It's clearly mentioned, so nothing to worry, even if you make a small mistake. Now, let me talk about a bit of general stuff. See, first of all, you should not be worried about the number of vacancies. How many seats are there? It doesn't make any difference for you. You need only one seat. You need only one vacancy. Even if there is only one vacancy, if you are there, that is sufficient for you. So, you need one IAS or IPS or IFS. You need one seat. So, just don't worry about how many seats are there, how many people are appearing, what happens to your neighbor, how many veterans are appearing. You are a fresher, but there are people who are trying for many years. So, these kind of considerations should not rattle you, should not be affecting you. It doesn't make any difference. And again, similarly, if you are taking this attempt for a couple of times and do not get through, and what happened in the past should not be a worrying factor for you. Let us do something different. Let us do something, new, so that let us get through this attempt. That one seat, what is there, that is for you. You should always believe that I need one seat and it is already there. We have more than 800 seats coming. So I need only one, and I will definitely do it. That should be the spirit when you prepare for this exam. Now, with this notification and your filling of the form, we have almost 100 days for the preliminary exam. So, you should know that this is the most crucial time in your preparation. Whatever happened is happened. History is history. Now, let us live in the present and think about the future. We have enough time. Let us prepare with full might, full effort, and your all your might should come for this preparation. And you cannot waste even a single minute from today onwards. Even if you are zero right now, even if you have not done much, You have just collected information, just made notes, just read and underlined maybe only the NCERTs. It's fine. Perfect. Let us do from today onwards. Give full effort, full might, and similarly, always stay positive. You should always think positive things. You should think about what can happen, what good things can happen to you by this preparation, and always think about getting through the exam, not get worried about if I did not get through, what will happen. If you did not, we will see at that time. But today, your only aim should be you have a great day, or you need to do something great on the day of preliminary exam. I need to perform extremely well. My only focus should be, your only focus should be how to perform well. I need to do well. What will be the result? We will think later on. So always stay positive, think good, and always give your 100%. But at the same time, please don't forget the supreme truth. The supreme truth is failure is also part of our life. There cannot be any person in this world who has only tasted success and has never tasted failure. So this is a truth of your life. This is the almighty truth ultimately, that failure is part of our life. Let us accept it. Let us not worry about that. And please don't fear about failure. You prepare this exam with, fearlessness in your mind. Don't fear at all. If you start fearing, you will die. Those who got feared, or those who are stuck in that syndrome, the fear syndrome, you are bound to fail if you are fearful about what is going to happen. So, yes, failure can be there. There may be failure. Not everybody will get through the exam. That is also the truth. But at the same time, you should not be fearing about that failure. Forget about that, the failure part for some time. You always think about, you need to appear an exam, and I have to give the best in me for this exam, and I need to perform the best. That should be the thinking, and forget about the failure, and don't fear about the failure. Those who are freshers and applying for the first time, please don't worry about your neighbor. Don't worry about your seniors. Don't worry about those who are appearing again after getting a service. They are not going to change much. And some people might have prepared for 5 years. They may be taking the 6th attempt. Please don't worry about such people. You think about yourself. You can do it. And as I said, the way you need only one seat in the final result, in the preliminary exam, at least 10 to 12,000 vacancies are there. You need just one vacancy to clear the preliminary and move into the main exam stage. And your neighbor or your friend is not your competitor. You need to appear, and you are your own competitor. You have to perform well. We need to get a minimum number of marks. And that is what we should be looking forward. So, please don't worry about what others are doing. You please concentrate on your strengths and your weaknesses. And you have to practice a lot. And you have to practice a lot of multiple choice questions here. And you have to revise again and again the same material. That is the key to success. Your time, next 100 days, now your focus should be on revising your own material, whatever you collected, whatever you prepared, and repeated revision of that material. Then practicing maximum number of questions. So, the first timers, the freshers, please don't worry and don't get psyched by the veterans who are doing many things. And many of them, after doing all these things, they could not succeed. That means they are not they may not be doing the right strategy. That is why they are not succeeding. You focus on your strategy, you focus on your material, and you have faith in your hard work which you have done till now. That is what can bring you success for you. Let me also talk a bit on the cutoff marks which are required in the preliminary exam. There is a lot of confusion regarding this. Out of the 200 marks in paper 1, that is what we are talking. Paper 2, the CSAT paper, it is only a compulsory paper and you need to get 1/3 of the marks, 66 and 2/3 marks out of 200. So that requires a lot of practice and you should ensure that you are getting through and that much marks ultimately through practice. But when it comes to in the paper 1, that is the GS paper, the 2018, the last year's exam, UPSC has not officially declared it, but it is generally believed that it is around 107 marks in 2018. But 2017 preliminary exam, we know that it was 105.33. That is the cutoff for the general category. And for OBC, it was 102.66. And for scheduled caste, 88.66. And for scheduled tribe, again it was 88.66. So, for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, it was 88 marks. OBC 102. General category, it was 105. Similarly, in 2016, the cutoff was slightly high, 116 for general category, 110.66 for OBC, then 99.3 for scheduled caste and 96 for scheduled tribe. And in 2015, 107.3, then 106 for OBC, 94 for scheduled caste and 91.3 for scheduled tribe. So, a similar thing, what was there in 18 and 15, by and large it is same. So, it would have been by and large same for 2018 also, even though we don't have an official correct figure. That will come only after the final results are out. So, UPSC has not published it. So, this year also, please remember, that means around 110 marks you require. Please take it that way to be on the safer side if you are in the general category. And if you are in OBC, a couple of marks, 1 or 2 marks difference, not much. Maybe 1 mark, maybe 2 marks difference in OBC. Around 10 marks difference in scheduled caste. And maybe 12 marks difference in scheduled tribe. So, that is the general. So, if you are 110, maybe 108 for OBC. Scheduled caste may be around 95 or 98 and 97 maybe the scheduled tribe. Something like that. We should always be thinking in that line. So, this is the minimum mark you require after subtracting your minus marks to be eligible to get through the preliminary exam if the trend continues the way it is continuing. Again, please remember this number. See, 2016 we can see the marks went up. That was because that particular year the questions were comparatively easy. So, it also depends on whether the questions are comparatively easy or not. But please remember, this will be, now 18 you can say 107, even in 17 it was 105, then 15 it was 107. So, it will be high, by and large in that range only. It may not be increasing every year. Please don't be thinking in that line. And even for the economically weaker section, in the general category, the cutoff will be by and large the same only. It will not increase. It will be the same. Whatever be for general category, it will be the same by and large. So, you may not have any advantage of a reduced cutoff in that scenario. And OBC, 1 or 2 marks difference. Scheduled caste may be 10 marks difference. Scheduled tribe may be 12 marks difference. That is the thing which you can easily aim at while preparing for the preliminary at this stage. And similarly, one more point I would like to add. The number of applicants this year will be slightly more or maybe almost same as 11 to 12 lakh people will be applying. But not all of them are going to the exam hall. The UPSC statistics show that around 50%, around 5 to 6 lakh people will go to the exam hall. But again, you need not worry, not all of them are serious about the whole thing. Those who go to the exam hall are also not serious. Only around 1 to 1.5 lakh people are really serious. And out of that, you should be in the first 12,000. And that is how the numbers are stacked up against you. Don't worry again about the numbers. My only argument is you need only 1 seat. And we know how much we have to get, around 55% of the marks. 110 means 55% of the marks, which you can easily achieve if you plan properly. Regarding how to get that or what exactly to be done and all, I'll be talking about this in subsequent videos. We will talk about the cutoffs and what kind of exam strategy should be there, exam hall strategy should be there. I'll be definitely talking separately in another video. See, the key to success in preliminary exam is your practice. How many questions you practice from now onwards so that you can master the art of getting the right answer in a multiple choice test like this preliminary exam. So, ALS has started a new program called Prelim Score, an online test platform where you can participate in various tests. Hundreds of tests are available in that, where many of these tests are available free also. You can just register, visit our site alsias.net, and you can click on that Prelim Score, where I have even explained how exactly you can take benefit of this kind of a program. It is an online test program, test platform, where you can take this from sitting anywhere. If you have an internet connection, you can do it very well. And please take this opportunity to practice. Many tests are available free of cost. You need not pay anything. And please utilize this. I would like to support you in your preparation through this test. You are most welcome, and take up this test and find where you stand today, and you can automatically come to know how to improve and things like that. So please utilize our test platform called the Prelim Score in our site alsias.net. As far as how to prepare and how to go about in the next 3 months or in the available time for this preliminary exam, I'll be uploading another video in a couple of days. Please wait for that. And meantime, regarding this particular information and the video, if you have any doubt or any question to be asked, you are most welcome. Please write to us in enquiry@alsedu.in, and we will be more than happy to support you on any kind of query which you have. And our team will support you. We will give you the best guidance. The only assurance I can give you is, at ALS, we will not misguide you. Thank you. Thank you so much.